and improve and improve and improve, this is the series where maybe you can reveal that.
Yeah, exactly. Especially coming up against Renegades, right? It's that domestic matchup. You've played against these guys for years. A lot of these guys probably have come up in the scene playing against these exact teams, right? These exact players, and this is their moment to show. You know, all this time we've spent in Europe, yeah, we've been losing, but have we gotten better? Have we learned? Have we shown that we can be competitive with the best team from the region? And that's what they're going to be trying to show here.
Yeah. So we'll see what they reveal as we head into Nuke. LFO on the T side, grouping up towards Squeaky early on. Bomb on the back, 3 players there, holding for any aggressive plays from the Renegades.
He executes coming. They're going to go out the door. Double Molotovs. Player still on top of Hut. He's surviving, but not for long, as APOC, the in-game leader, finds the opening pick. Savage and Sterling get one apiece, and so Renegades now 2 versus 5 to start off this CT pistol round on Nuke. That's it. They're done for.
Yep, hung out to dry as LFO. They make it work. They go straight in. Big props to APOC. The 2 frags he found there weren't easy ones as well. The flick up, really nice.
I also just realized, I just assumed he's the in-game leader because he's 34 years old and been around forever. He might not even be the in-game leader. I don't even know who is.
You see, but now you've said that.
I know.
For the people that didn't know, you seem quite confident.
I know, but then there is people that
did.
did know and they were just upset.
Sicko's probably a bit upset.
He's about to be.
Even more so now. Sad face there as APOC will come around the corner and clean up. So LFO, you take the pistol. Good start.
Very good start. T-side of Nuke. This was their map pick, so you would expect them to be able to play the T-side. Pistol rounds are always a bit of a coin flip. But they do start it off well. Alistar's going to get the scout. They are going to go for the force. They've bought all the way down. They have some utility. No kits, so they're trying to stop them from getting into the bomb site to begin with. And can they answer back? Can the Renegades answer back against the LFO boys? We see this aggression outside from Ince. He's pushed up. Can he find the kill? No. 93 damage, but that's not enough for the kill. You can see Alistair's scout ringing out, trying to find an answer, and holy ass. Just shoot, forehead. Just shoot.
There was no shot, there was no kill. This is going to be left feeling a little bit ill inside of the vent. APOC does hit the connection. Fast flick. Lovely tag from the scout. He's been doing a lot of damage, but none of these have been converted yet until Sicko, up on the elevated position, will finally hit one with a deagle. APOC trades it back on the AK. And Savage, about to be overwhelmed. They're attempting to peek him together, but he's got backup.
They know there's one more player deep inside of lobby, but they're going to probably just try to hold on to what they have. The scout for Alistair could be a huge factor in the next round if he's able to hold on to it. Liaz with the armor. Would have liked to grab that Galil from around the corner inside of Squeaky, but that player deep in lobby. Going to make sure that's not allowed to happen. And so they're just going to walk around. They're going to push through into T-spawn, save what they've got, and try to prepare themselves for the gun rounds, because the next one is going to be the eco, the full save. They're not going to be able to buy. It's always sad when you just have to play that USP round. You're just like, man. Or you just be Forest and be like, there's always money for P250.
The classic, yeah.
The classic Forest.
I remember talking to him once at a LAN, because remember back in the day, he used to just take a silencer off his USP all the time and still kill like 4 people with it. And I was like, Forrest, why do you do that? And he just sort of looked at me and sighed and then went, just like the noise.
Just like how it sounds?
Yeah, and it was like the most Forrest answer you get for any question, you know what I mean? I just like it.
It's exactly how he is. You know the lanyards you get at like events, right? Or what you used to get at events, I guess. Just to show like, hey, I'm me, let me in. Well, I was at an after party one time, and Semphis had it, and he was like spinning it around in a circle like this. It was like an outdoor after party, but like on like the 2nd or 3rd floor of a building. And he was just in the after party, just like flipping it around in his hand, you know? And Forrest just reaches over, grabs it out of his hand, throws it off of the building, and goes, enough of that! That was it. That was it. I was like, oh, all right.
Fair enough.
Yeah, okay.
Won't be doing that again. Enough of this is what LFO are going to be saying, because this round's got quite dicey. It's come down to just the 1v2 as the lobby crunch worked out for Renegades. Now Sicko, he has the choice of both AKs. One of them being a Galil, so he will grab the AK and go through the vent. Sterling and Apoc both on the site. Bomb will be planted, but he's already weaving his way round towards Decon.
And the door's closed, so they don't feel like they're in too much danger. The swing out, the nice shot. Immediate headshot landed onto Sterling. He's not going to expect Apoc inside of the site, though. It's going to come down to the timing, and Apoc swings out. 7-0 for him. But Sicko, that was a sick shot on the guy inside. Crossing over towards Dark there, opens the door, flicks, first bullet straight to the head.
That was absolutely disgusting. And it's one of those as well, and once you hit that, you're kind of hyped up and thinking, you know what, like, we've done more than enough in this round already. Yep. Let's get it over to finish, get the second frag, but Apoc, with the positioning, surprises him. Good game from him so far as well, 7-0. Already getting into a good position on the scoreboard, but now the buy is here in full force for Renegades. With how close it was in the prior round, could start to get rough.
Yeah, Alistair has that op. The outside smokes have been thrown, so information's denied. Means someone needs to rotate down to B. That is Ins. He has his M4 out, though. You should probably take out his smoke when you're doing this jiggle peek. You want to be able to smoke it off. There you go. Spots the player, drops the smoke. Very standard, very just, this is just how it goes sort of thing. But he dropped the smoke from the single door side. Never mind. I was going to say he dropped the door from single door side and then switched over and ended up going to the double door, so they might not necessarily expect him, and then he just sprayed through the smoke, so then they knew. No, and then threw a nade at them.
Yeah. Little bit of damage. And they're walking in as a free. You got backup now as well. So 4 Ts heading round. Looks like a 3-1 split, as they will go down towards Decon door, one over by double. Ince is playing in the window. Close on the stairs. Can he be the Banisher? As he will peek. Unlucky for him as he gets licked up with a quick headshot. Damage done from Sterling as well. And now you've got space to get out onto the site. Alistair, he rotates in with the orb. Molly on his right, smoke on his left. None of this helping him out, so he'll back off and tuck into a position to hold on to their guns.
Yeah, he rings out some shots, but obviously doesn't find anything. Hats will find Savage lurking in lobby. But like you said, they just got to hold on to their guns, and you can see Apoc, he's on the hunt. He wants more, and this is a little bit early. No change of heart from the Renegades. They are going to go for the save, 1 towards ramp, 2 inside of CT spawn, and that is going to be it for the hunt as well. LFO, their money's too low. They don't want to throw away too many guns.
Especially after that last round.
Yeah.
So 4-0 T-side opener. It's gone well for them. Renegades, though, straight back in as the purchase comes out. Alistair will still have the orb.
LFO winning the first gun round on the T side of Nuke. It's a great start. It's a great start. It is their map pick. So they're going to feel comfortable on it. Like we were saying, despite the fact that they haven't won a game in 8 weeks, it is against competition that's, much higher than what they're used to playing against. So if they took that time, if they really invested it and practiced really hard, took advantage of the increased, capabilities of their practice partners while in Europe, they could have learned a lot as a team and gotten so much better in that time.
Sicko playing on the box, waiting for push to come to shove. That's the flashbang round the corner. There's the follow-up, and here comes the attack. He sprays, but it's not going to work too well for him, so he'll just immediately deviate back and get into the lower site.
Yeah, forced to give up ramp. They use the utility to push him off. Both teams are okay with this, as LFO's going to wink their way towards heaven. They're working it. The CTs, they haven't really responded. They have people close inside of hut, but they haven't pushed through. 4 players on A. Liaz finds the opening from the door. Ins trades one back, but he's getting shot in the back as Savage comes out of the hut, finds 2. Molotov to cut the rotations. And they had an extra player down in B. Alistair dropped as well. So 2 people down inside of the B site. means that Renegades just get sandwiched from Heaven and Hut. And this looks like it's going to be around for LFO. I don't know if they're even going to go for it.
APOC, he does get the contact outside with the face coming up with the AWP from Alistair towards the stairs. He's brought down to 41 HP, but you've isolated him. And overall, all they've got to do is just let this one cycle on by. So it will go 5-0. Already a good start on the T half.
It's a great start for them. T side of Nuke up 5-0. You can understand why, you know, going into this one, the boys on the desk were like, look, Renegades haven't lost in 7 weeks. LFO haven't won in 8 weeks. Renegades historically, you know, always just outperforming their countrymen. So it completely makes sense why you would assume that Renegades was going to be able to take this one. But LFO, they've started this game off great. They win the pistol. They won 2 gun rounds in a row now because remember, Renegades, they kept 3 players alive after they lost that 4th round. So round 5 was also a bye round. Now round 6, similar situation, also going to be a bye round. So LFO being very competitive here.
Renegades take that pause as well. Don't tunnel vision. Like you were saying, you lose those 2 buys. If you're not used to pause, sometimes it can cause question marks.
Yep.
So at least here, they have played it properly. Now you can go back into it level-headed, but look at the change of pace from LFO. They want to bombard towards outside, and Int, he gets taken down by APOC. He's been an entry machine for this roster right now.
He has. He's 8-1. One of the oldest professional players we have around. And he's outperforming everyone at this point. Top frag in the server. As now with the man advantage, they're just holding. They don't want to do anything. Ooh, and Alistair, he's crept forward, and APOC's already got a cross on the angle. They're down numbers. They try to respond with aggression. And so far, Sicko's the only one to have any success. Liaz now pushing through the hut. The flick from Savage lands the headshot onto Liaz, and you would think maybe they could answer back with 2. Liaz was looking favored in that fight. But the flick from Savage is perfect. The Shadow going to give away Licky, but still, site control taken. Actually, Sterling's gone down to B with the bomb. Sicko is nearby. I don't think he really has a win condition here.
With just 19 HP and a Molotov on the ramp, he's instead just debating where the push is going to be coming from the T's if they're trying to hunt for him, because they've been building up a bit of money on 3 players. And he'll just try and get out of there, walk his way through trophy room, head back through lobby. Now he feels safe, he'll sprint away and tuck in to save this for another day.
And they may be able to force again if they decide they want to be a little bit crazy, because Alistair's going to be able to get an op off the back of the bonus. If Sicko saves this, he'll be able to drop 1 gun. I don't think he can afford to be jiggle peeking with 19 HP, but... Ooh. Right, so Sicko can drop. Alistair can buy an op. Yeah, they're going to go for this. Hats and Liaz can buy themselves. Right there, Ince. He almost lined them up. He almost got 2. But wasn't able to finish them off, and that flick from Savage was just the perfect timing. And we see another gun round. So Renegades, because they keep saving these guns, they've been able to get consistent gun rounds in a row, but they haven't been able to win any of them yet. LFO running away with it on the T side of Nuke. It's not just that like they won 1 gun round and then they've won some ecos. No, these have all been gun rounds they're winning. As Sterling now, huge change of pace, going aggressive, going fast out of the door, but Liaz, Int, and Hats are all here, and they shut them down completely. It was looking good for LFO. You thought they may have got a timing out of the door there. But the play through the mini smoke means Renegades are poised now to finally pick up their first round of the CT half.
And now this is looking hazardous for Hands Up. So Zil peek round on to Sicko. Headshot connection. 5 players stay alive. Critically there for Renegades as well. And you get your first on the board. But it comes in quite late. We're already into round 8. And this is a 6-1 split. Remember, this is a best of 3 as well that we're working with here. We start off on Nuke, LFO's pick, then we go into Vertigo, Renegade's turf, and if we need it, there is a Dust 2 decider at the end.
And LFO, I did see them playing Vertigo in Pro League, if I remember right. I think they did play it. Don't remember if it was good or bad. Well, I mean, they lost, so I'm guessing not great, but I don't remember what their Vertigo was like. But I do know that they're capable of playing it. So picking up, this win here, starting off on the T side of Nuke, would be an absolutely massive start, as the Molotov from Hats is good. Finds the kill. Bomb's still in lobby. Counter smoke towards Hut. Gonna just stop any aggression towards A that LFO was planning. They've changed it up. They're going to ramp. Sicko finds the first, immediately traded, but the number's already in favor of the CT, so they'll take that.
Alistair takes a ton of damage, though. He's on 51. 3 versus 4. Minute on the clock. Savage sat towards the vent. He's got a sneaking suspicion about Liaz's position, as he has been on top of the hut quite a lot. CT vent being covered by Ince as well. He's watching for the run out. So many CTs in position to strike. Just depends on the timing. They're going to be walking their way out, trying to clear for one another. Good first headshot. Adjustment from Savage isn't speedy enough. Ince and Hats work together wonderfully, and Renegades do lock down the A site.
And Renegades dedicated 3 people inside of the A site. And crucially, there was a player in Hell as well with the op holding towards ramp. There was nobody with eyes on outside. Renegades had the read. LFO wasn't going to have a lurk outside. They weren't going to be flanking outside. Renegades playing very confidently. I know me personally, I would have been nervous. I'd have been like, guys, what about the heaven flank? Someone, you know what I mean? We need to reposition. We need to do something, blah, blah, blah. They didn't care. They had the read. They stuck to their guns, and it worked perfectly. The crossfires were absolutely impeccable. LFO walked straight into them.
Oh, big dink on Ince. He's down to 44 HP. In terms of the weapons they're working with, we've got 3 Deagles, a P250, and the AK for Sterling. There is a scope covering outside as well. That'll be Alistair. He does drop off, playing close on the ledge towards the AC. And they're walking out. Contact face towards ramp. Has gonna hit the first with a P250. Tries to grab the weapon. That's an M4 now picked up. So you've now got 2 real firearms to play with. But Ince, he's in a good position. Sat towards the window. Hazard's here. This could be a bit worrying.
You can see 3 players here for the T side with the armor. Want to try to get that M4 in one of their hands. And they've slowed down completely. And look at this. That's made Renegades second guess themselves. Ince was in position. He's walked up now. The Molotov does come out. Smoke to extinguish. 35 seconds left. They do still have some time to play with. They're pushing in towards control. They want to clear this out. Doors get opened, but Ince has isolated them with the smoke. He has them split. The lurk down secret has been spotted as Hats finally gets him. They need to try to get this bomb down as soon as possible, and they do.
Bomb planted, 3-player face through the doors. They're walking up. He's going to spam into the first, and the tag will slow him down so much. And now there's only Savage and Sterling left. The double S's here on the side of LFO. But can they strike with Sublime? Plays, or will it be Renegade setting up to slay? Savage still waiting on the stairs. Bomb starting to tick down. They've got the crossfire set up. They can try and play off this, but here comes the smoke. Oh. Good adjustment, but it's not quick enough. Hat survives on 22 HP. Liaz finds the adjustment on Sterling as well. That's the defuse, and they do get 3 rounds now.
Yeah, LFO making that eco round very close, very costly. They get the bomb down at the very least. And Renegades saving themselves from a very risky situation they were in. Even the 3 versus 4 post plant, I mean, that's not very CT-sided in that moment. The T's could be anywhere. And right there, unlucky for Licky. If he just swung not touching the door, because obviously his player model just went through the door, which is what allowed the pre-fire to come in.
Okay. Straight outside, APOC was going for the same play he went for before. Wanted to get the opening pick onto Alistair. Problem is, this time he's in your face, wielding the AWP like a shotgun. Ince as well. He was able to push up with the smoke, uses that to his advantage with a headshot on Licky. Now LFO, they're grouped up, but you're relatively stuck towards top ramp.
Yeah, Renegades are warming up now. They're getting their aggression in. They're starting to land their shots. The double push outside finds 2 kills. LFO is coming down the ramp, though. And Sicko, he's here. He's at the bottom. He's holding for it. He has the support of Alistair to watch his left side. Molotovs are in. Sicko changing his position, gets blinded by the flash. They line up. He finds the first with the optic, gets the tag as well. Second player's here. Hazard eventually trades it, but he's low, and Sicko with the headshot. The swing out, the kill, and Renegades, they're heating up. They're warming up. They're really getting into this one now.
So they got those opening 6 rounds back to back. They were looking pretty lively. And you can't afford to be too frustrated with this. It's still a quality T-half that you've got, but if you can get anything else, that's what you're going to be looking for.
Hey, what's up, bro? Yeah, it's a little, give us a little head nod.
One of those. Yeah,
eyebrow raise.
Yeah,
what's up? What's up, dude? What's happening? That's how Maui Snake talks. Did you know that?
Yeah, I've heard him.
Yeah. Just goes, "Sa,
Sa, bro.
sa, bro."
Looking quite vocal there as well.
Who's their coach? No, you're not gonna know. Let me just Google. I'll just go look. I asked you, and I was like, "We're not gonna know this."
I do like their jerseys as well. I will say that Renegade's also looking quite stylish. It's not quite as good as the gold with the kind of the silver decals. It looks a little bit like a motherboard with what we'd seen previously. But I do like the Renegades look. Yeah,
the black jerseys look nice. Kingfisher. Oh, but his name's David, so he's really smart and cool and handsome.
Absolutely. This is smart, cool, and handsome, though, from LFO. You go for the smokes outside. You run your way down. You know you've got the Tech 9, so you want to go quick into it. But Alistair, he's here. Whoa. Good shot so far. Hits 2 on the AWP. Bomb needs to be planted. At most, get the money out of this. Sterling on the Deagle. He's going to peek out, but can't quite hit the follow-up shot. Apox goes running up the ramp. He's going to turn around. Tried to hit it with the Tech 9, but he goes down. All in all, you get the bomb plant. It could have been a lot worse. But Renegades, they do get 5 rounds on the spin now.
And if they can close this out 9-6, they're going to be very pleased. They're going to be very pleased considering how it started. Because like I said, there's situations where at times you go down 6-0 and a half, but it was like, okay, we lost pistol. They won the 2 anti-ecos. We lost the first gun round, then we had to eco. You know what I mean? So there's times where you just lose a bunch of ecos, really. So you're like, okay, yeah, the scoreline looks bad, but we haven't even got to play the gun rounds yet. The thing about this one was that LFO won 3 or 4 gun rounds in a row against Renegades, because Renegades kept saving their guns once they lost the opening picks. So it was a very impressive half. As Alistair, again, starting off this round with the pick outside, missing his jump. It would have actually been perfect if he had got up on top of the big garage there. As they're trying to cross over, the pop flash through is good, but there's some players at the back who aren't blind, and that's what can happen. Spam through the smoke. That's the bomb dropped inside a big garage, but Hazard is here. He's pushed forward, and the T's now, they need to work the map, try to find any sort of openings that are going to be left by the one-man short Renegades defense.
Az is worried about the push as well. They know they should be able to recover the bomb. 3v4, you're outnumbered. Nats, he's sat inside a locker room and he's going to lock it down. Good adjustment onto the second as well. So Savage, he's just left with 10 HP. He's got to be crisp on the one taps. Hazard will get one shot off. Doesn't quite realize Haz comes bounding through the window. He still wins out in the duel. And you're down to a 2v2 where the bomb has now been picked up. 30 seconds to work with Davey.
Ooh, he's running into the arms of Alistair, though. Needs to hit the op shot. Walking around the corner, making it much easier for him. Obviously not aware of the fact that Alistair had dropped down into secret. He was posted up with the op. The bomb was dropped. Hats was towards hell, so he just doesn't have the time, honestly. If he can somehow find both of these kills, that would be ridiculous, and it's not even going to get to that point. Liaz takes him out on the cross, and Renegades, they tie us back up.
And one of the big things about this game now is that APOC was kind of going unchecked for the first few rounds, right? When he was going outside, he was keeping it relatively dynamic with the way he was playing it, hitting a shot, and creating space for them. Now Alistair is doing the same with the AWP. He's always playing from a new position. He's being able to get that opening pick. Without the entries from APOC, LFO seem to have lost that extra bit of oomph they had.
Yeah, absolutely. And one thing that they did really well is once they got the entry or once they got map control, they were really manipulating the CT's rotations by putting pressure ramp, sending somebody up through heaven, flanking through main. They were very confident, and everyone was taking their fights, and they didn't have a problem with anything. It was like, yeah, even if we lose a guy, that creates space elsewhere, and we can keep moving. etc., etc. But Renegades now, like I was saying, they have simply woken up. They're in the game. Should have been a free kill for Liaz right there. As the main split is coming out, Apoc's gone through the smoke. They might not expect this. They do. Hat spotted him from inside of the site. Lands the headshot onto Apoc, and they're coming through again. They're walking through the smoke. Savage has crept in. This time he opts not to go for it. He backs up. And you can see now they want to get towards heaven. There's a minute left in the clock, so they have a ton of time to go wherever they want.
They're all boosting up. They will be able to try and make a play out through Nest onto the A site. It is being watched, though. Ince, he's playing on rafters.
And the bomb is in secret, though. So even if they get these kills, which they're not going to, as Ince finds 3 from up on Mustang, and even if they found those kills, how was Sterling supposed to get into the site? He would have been coming through main by himself with the bomb. None of that even matters, because Ince from on top of Mustang gets 3 kills on the players coming through heaven. The spacing wasn't there. They don't hit their shots. And Renegades, after going down 6-0, are now going to take the lead. It's a big swing of the pendulum, isn't it?
It is. As it goes back and forth. That looks a bit dangerous as well. That cable's just unplugged there, Davey.
Where?
Right underneath Sterling's feet. Look at that.
Oh,
It's
you
a
could trip on that.
Exactly. Oh, okay. Apparently he won't trip. Stands tall. Hits the headshot onto Ince. I was lucky. He could have fallen over.
He could have. What if that got tangled in his ankles when he was standing there and he didn't realize?
Oh, like shoelaces.
Yeah, and then he went to swing out and he just falls.
Well, it's lucky that didn't happen.
That's true.
But it is good for Renegades that they've been able to get back into the groove of the game. Now 7-6, you've got the lead for the first time throughout all of this. For LFO, they've run dry when it comes to the economy. So it's just the one AK that was saved from the prior round. The rest of them just on the pistols. Apoc straight in down secret. He has been rapid towards outside.
He's made it down. He has the Tech 9. Hero AK on Sterling. Savage. Trying to respond with some damage of his own, but not going to be able to find it. Sicko is boosted up here in ramp. He sees the legs. He takes the shots. He finds it. The Hero AK from Sterling gets the trade back. 4 versus 4 now. Damage has been done, though. Savage down to 22. Sterling on 24. And it comes down to timing. Alistair, he gets around the corner. The scope, the flick, the fire.
All right, War Owl, calm down. So Alistair, just defending the bomb at this point up against the pistols should be simple picks for him. Licky being licked up to just 12 HP. He's going to face towards window. It's covered by Ince. And they go 8-6. So 1 round now being the last possibility for the LFO lads.
And off the back of the eco, they should have some money. Shouldn't be a huge problem. Of course, Sterling's going to be struggling. Savage also, actually, only down to 41. Look at that. You can see him have to quickly react and fix it. Like the second he scopes in to shoot. Imagine if he just ran around the corner. He misses.
He's just gone. Yeah.
Gets shot in the side of the head from Savage. It's just everything falls apart.
But
we
I
all
followed
start crying.
the strat perfectly. I stopped. I scoped. I shot. Right there. Oh, here we go. Different change of pace as well. Apoc, he's been struggling to get that outside pick in the past couple of rounds. This time he does find one, but there's an immediate trade. Savage, he's taken so much damage. He's on 15 HP. Sicko is really gambling for the aggression through the smoke as well. He played close on the lip. He'll drop a molly and back off.
And it was... Did he get across that? No, he did get spotted. I thought for a second Licky may have found a timing where he got across without getting spotted. Instead, now Alistair finds that kill. He repositions towards hell, and he's posted up. They're about to walk straight into this.
Alistair fires off the warning shot, and it won't quite connect, but he's now been able to push further up and get into a good angle to deal with this. Switches to the Tech 9. Easy adjustment on Savage, and Sicko with the last bullet to the brain for Hazard. So it will be a 9-6 half. All of the rounds they took on the T side were in a spree for taking the pistol. They go on to get 5 more. But in the end, you bring it back to a 9-6.
And that's huge for the confidence from the Renegades guys as well, right? It's not only, it's their map pick. You went down 6-0 when you were on the CT side. To win 9 in a row now, even though going into it, if you asked LFO, would they take a 6-9 half to start it off?
All day.
All day. 100%. You would take that. But it was just the way in which they lost the last 9 rounds. Most of them weren't even close, right? It was just clean Renegades victories. So that's why I think that, 9-6, yeah, it's a good half for the T side, but their confidence might be a little shot. If Renegades come in and win the opening pistol, it might be a little hard for LFO to get back into it.
Well, time will tell. We are presented with a second pistol here. Licky, he's going to be playing towards ramp, and he is being aggressed upon. Flashes over the top as they make a ton of noise. Rotate from the CTs as well. APOC, he'll hold in case they come running up to fight him towards Nest. Licky playing on the stairs, trying to line up their headshots, but they're all bounding in through the window, and they're coming right for him. He's got backup of Hazard. Licky hits the first onto Alistair. And there's 4 Ts left alive now. They're waiting for the re-aggression as they get the bomb planted on the site. They're going to re-entry together. They try and push him. It will work. Door comes swinging open, but Hazard turns on a dime, causes some issues, but Sicko towards ramp. He'll hit the shot onto APOC. Back of the site is Ince's domain. He's in a 1v2, but can he pop off with a P250? No.
Just a small mistake there. I think it was Alistair inside of the double door. You could see the communication wasn't there. They had the 4-man push in. I believe it was him and Hats were tucked away on that right side at the bottom of the stairs. Alistair goes for the swing, gets immediately one-tapped. And then everybody else had left. It was just Hats. He was alone. This play right here. You don't need to go for that fight. And if you are going to go for it, you need everybody to come with you. If they kept all 4 and they all swung the stairs like that and took those fights, fine, right? But everybody else was clearly on a different page. You can just hold at the bottom of the window stairs. You don't need to swing into secret. But like I said, if you're going to, you can. But you need everybody to be doing it. You can't have one man going on a solo mission there and just dying for no reason. You have a 5v5 post plant. Just play that, man. It's good.
The investment from Renegades will be the 2 Mat 10s and the 3 Galils. Sterling's trying to hold for the outside take. They're already just wading their way through the smoke. And they can slip down secret. There is a Molotov there to hold them back. And APOC, he's playing close with the MP9. Does have the smoke primed as well. So you can always drop that and create space. But they're creeping up on him, Davey.
Yeah, and he backs up as well. He wants to get that smoke out. They could get in front of it off the back of the molly. It bounces off the wall. They are kind of there. Hats wants to go forward. The molly's good. Forces APOC back. As you can see the reaction, they're going into the ramp room now. Hazard's here. He's by himself. This fight is massive, and somehow Sterling loses out to the MAC-10 in the long-range duel. And you can see Licky wants to respond with the aggression into Hut. There's 2 players here. It's him and Savage. Alistair is going to clear it, but the player in Hut's doing a great job baiting for him. Liaz swings. Liaz wins both. Savage goes down. The M4s drop, and somehow LFO, despite taking the advantaged fights, are not able to land the shots.
Liaz, he's already done so much in the round, but he still wants to do more damage. Oh, he hard commits to the bomb plant. Sicko shot in the side because of it. APOC, he was spotted on the flank, and he's been taken out of commission. So it's all down to 1 man now. And instead, it's going down on the B site. They run through the vent, and they sprint for the plant. He's going to come round towards the ramp. They get the safe plant off. And he's watching for the peak. A big dink. Ince on 10 HP. 2 MAC-10s up against the M4. They're peeking him together. They want to take him down, and they will get it over the finish.
A bit ballsy there from Renegades, I think, to go for the double swing with the MAC-10s. Ince only on 10 HP. 1 bullet would have finished him off. Somehow Ince, when he had that MAC, he had VIP armor or something. He just, for some reason, wouldn't die.
I don't know what that was, man. The fight that he went for and somehow won. Like, fair play.
Yeah.
If you're going to win those, all right.
Yo,
Alistair. All right, he's got the universal machine pistol. What's he going to be doing with this bad boy? Setting up for his utility at the minute. We'll see if he does something naughty later on. 5-7 on Savage. He plays close Hut, and he's going to push onto this. Hats as well shuts down Licky as he comes sprinting through Squeaky. And everyone's just being caught on their aggressive plays. That AC getting in his way a little bit there.
Hate it when that happens.
Yeah, they're so obnoxious.
I think they own the place.
It's ridiculous.
All you do is cool it. Relax.
Or sometimes heat it.
Yeah, if you have one of those ones that does both.
Does both, yeah. They would probably be the more obnoxious one. Because
Yeah,
they're like,
exactly.
oh, I can cool stuff and warm it up.
Yeah, exactly. They think they're so cool.
Like, wow. You control air.
Nobody even likes you.
Sterling. Not going to be too hot to handle there, as the AC will affect him. It's just on Hazard. 1 versus 5 Renegades. Been playing the round in a very nice fashion. You get the picks, you don't overcommit because you have so much time. Now they eventually go down to the B site and get the plant off. And this will be their 11th as well, which is starting to look quite worrying.
Yeah, it's a good T-side start. Off the back of the pistol loss as well. They win that second round. 5 players left alive. Hazard has recovered the MP9, so he's going to be able to drop the Deagle if he does stay alive. Jink comes in and swants it. Hazard can't get the crosshair placement correct. They find all 5 of them, and that means they're going to be on the eco, so Renegades should go up 12-7. That means 4 rounds they have to grind out on the T side of Nuke, though. It's not easy. But the boys on the desk were saying this Renegades team, right? They are the favorites for a reason. They are heavy favorites. They should be winning this game. They put themselves in a position to do it off the back of that terrible start. Remember, down 6-0. Now they've been on that 11-1 streak since then. As the fast play's coming outside, the USPs are here. APOC does trade one back with the P2000. They're going into A. They know they were stacked outside.
That's so rough, man. The Galil hard spam comes through, cuts them in 2. Alistair, he's going outside as well. It's just APOC left alive and probably not for long. Alistair dives through the window and kills everything, even the walls and the ceiling.
Yep. Got to make sure you get it all. Maybe you're trying to spam the AC unit above him.
Yeah, true.
Hey, screw you, man.
Teach you a lesson.
Yep. They do have a lot of AC units here. I guess it is a nuclear power plant.
Exactly. You got to cool it off, haven't you?
Well, yeah, like you do, but there's so many of them.
Mm-hmm.
It can't be that hard.
Well, it used to be, obviously back in the day, it used to be in that like big canyon where you imagine it would be very hot all the time, right?
Yeah.
But now I don't feel like it would be as hot. It just looks like a nice sunny day rather than like an aggressive sunny day.
Yeah, from what I remember, it's based on a nuclear power plant in Slovenia.
Oh,
That's what it's based on. Yeah, I think I think the lore is that it's in America, but it's the actual design of the power plant, like in a bomb site, is based off of a power plant in Slovenia.
there you go. The more you know. And the more damage you take, apparently, towards outside. He's being tagged up by everyone. They're all having a pop at him. He will be able to tuck himself in over towards garage. Park up for now. But LFO, if they don't get into the game soon, Davey, they might not have much more of a chance to keep this as a tight affair. And this is their map pick as well, right? After this, we get Vertigo, where we know Renegades, they're going to come into it feeling pretty confident.
And APOC at one point in this game was 8-0.
Mm-hmm.
He's now on 11 for 14, so hasn't had a great time of it in the past few rounds. Not that any of the LFO boys have. But Licky starts this one off with a great time, finds the opening HE kill, and now everything's going their way. So on this gun round, look at that. Everything comes up LFO. They find all the frags. Everyone's just getting shot in the side of the head, really. Played to perfection. They keep all 5 guns alive as they win their first gun round here of the CT side.
There you go. The fists coming up from Ben as well. Get that bad boy shaking. And try and calm the nerves. That's one of the other things that can affect you a bit as well. They were so hyped up on that initial 6-round spree. You know, they were screaming, they were feeling themselves. As soon as you hit a stone wall in a game like this, it just saps the energy out of you.
Yeah.
So getting a clean round your CT half, that's 1 foot in the right place. You just have to try and spot the other one down. And Renegades, they've loved this slower style of CS now on their T side. Even when they get the picks, they just don't overcommit. They're playing it very strategically.
Yeah, they haven't done anything really fast so far. Of course, on the anti-eco, There was the fast play outside, and then they ended up going into A. And now we see the smokes coming out. Different smoke wall this time. This is the old G2 smoke wall where you put the 3 smokes that go across like this.
Like a big L.
Yep.
Like you, Dave, an L friend. Sterling ready for the adjustment. Let's see if he'll hit the shot on the AWP. 3 T's there, ready to bombard him. Even if he hits one, there should be a quick trade. But the problem is, Ince goes in on his own, and he's able to recoil and get away for free. And now you've just given up Ince.
You've given him up, and you've also changed your point of attack. You're worried about the op and secrets. You can see they're going back over towards main. And the CTs actually aren't set up very well for this. That smoke is going to be a problem. You only have 30 seconds left. As APOC rotates into hell, and he gets caught crossing. 2 players down in B. Jack means this is going to be a 4 versus 2 to take on the A site. And Savage needs to come up massive.
Savage, he's got to hit him with a heavy shot, but the problem is he's fully blind and not able to keep himself alive. Liaz with 2. There's no lying that he wants to take this round, and Sterling's the only one still kicking. Bomb's going to be planted from such a winnable position to suddenly becoming entirely impossible for Sterling. This is rough. Even getting away with the save here is not going to be an easy one.
No, and APOC there. The first sort of small mistake LFO made is they over-rotated down to B, right? Sterling still had full secret control. He got the pick on the player coming down. He still had control of secret. There was no need to rotate a second player down into B. Once they do that, that puts APOC in an awkward situation because he has 2 teammates on A, and they can be split from 4 different spots at that point. Heaven, main, door, and hut, right? So it's too hard for those 2 players to watch everything. APOC tries to compensate for that by going aggressive in hell. He loses his life, and it's round over at that point. If Savage doesn't multi-frag like Ince did last half, that's completely over. There's nothing they can do.
Incredibly awkward for them. Liaz, man, just mullers them. Meanwhile, over on the B stream, Davey, 9Z coming in with a 16-14 against EG. And that sent them out of the event. 9Z. I said this to you before we went live. I was saying, man, like, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if 9Z win that. That's huge. That's actually huge.
Man, 9Z, they are annoying to play against. That's for sure. We've casted quite a few of their games.
Wow.
And it was DGT again. 1.4 rating, Lucan with a 1.39. The dynamic duo. Sorry, I know we're talking about the other game right now, but...
Oh, no, but for the grand scheme of things, just like globally here at the PGL RMRs, that's a hell of a feat.
It is. That is absolutely massive. Just like right now, actually, LFO making this round massive. As Renegades are down into the 2 versus 3. The AWP has been recovered for Sterling. APOC has the AK. And how has Renegades let this happen? I was so focused on the EG thing getting knocked out, I haven't even really seen what's happened.
No, this is madness. Suddenly it's just Ince and Alistair. 2v3. 55 seconds on the clock. They're going to start to wade their way down towards the B-bomb site. They can walk in. You still have time to work with. But here's the adjustment. Backing up close towards the doors. Tuck in on the corner. That'll be APOC hungering to make a big play. To get this as a hard 9th round for them. Waiting for the plant. The door opens. Alistair hits the headshot. And it's left into a 2v2 post-plant now. Spam on the vent as well because he's heard them coming. They can shut the door and they're going to walk out through decon with the AWP. The contact works well. Bouncing back. Alistair, so much damage distributed, but he's still got to kill him and he will. That's a 14th round in incredible fashion.
Incredible fashion. That's going to hype up the Renegades, boys. So much damage done. Like you were saying, I was worried. It looked like Alistair wasn't going to be able to finish them off. But with the AK... absolute perfection. Finds all of the kills, and right here, this is the moment I thought Sterling's going to look up. We're going to see the little no-scope icon in the kill feed. He's going to flick up and find him. But no, it didn't work out that way. It didn't go that way, and Renegades now 14-8. LFO making it interesting, very interesting on their eco round. But Renegades is still up 14-8 on LFO's map pick. And you can see, you can tell, right? Exactly what the guy said on the desk, that Renegades has pretty much just been taking the best players from the second best Australian team for years now. And off the back of it, they just have so much confidence when they're playing against any other Australian team, really. They just know they're the best team in the region and that they should be the ones winning. So even when they go down, they always feel like they're going to be able to come back and win it.
APOC on top of CT Blue. Will be backed up by Licky, but look at the push out on towards A. Great response from Licky. Lethal as ever, all the frags being found. It's just Alistair again in an awkward position. He's got to get away. He will scurry out of there and head up towards T-Roof. Do love that though. Throws away the AWP, so at least when they kill him, there's no AWP to recover. Just the Tech 9.
Yeah, exactly. And they might not be able to buy one either because it was their first round that they won. I'm curious to see what the money looks like here. I don't think they're going to be able to buy an AWP. If they didn't recover his, I don't think they're going to have one. LFO, they answer back. Maybe we're looking at attack pause here from the side of the Renegades. Looks like somebody's taking one. Yeah, coach is talking, so this will be the attack pause. That's why we're all chilling. It's a good call from the Renegades again. You know that they lose another round. LFO wins it cleanly, so they're like, all right, stop everything. Let's chill out. Let's make them chill out. Don't let them get too hyped. Don't let them get too hypey.
They start getting pumped. It's where things could turn around. This is their map pick. But all in all, Renegades, after the first 6 rounds, they've been in cruise control. Now 14-9 with just pistols. Can LFO take the game 14-10? Put themselves in a bit of a better position. Sterling with a face, hits the first on the AWP. Tech 9 outside. Will create a bit of space, and he's been able to get into main. So Sterling, he's buckled because of it. APOC does eventually find the kill. But it's up to Hazard to hold ramp.
And you can see the rotations came in. That Smoke doing a good job of denying the space to the T's. As Hazard, he wants more. He's swinging out, finds the headshot onto Sicko, but Sicko finds one back. The Deagle's more powerful. So he gets the frag, and LFO get up into double digits. Renegades did invest actually quite a bit into that last one. You can see Hats is struggling a little bit for the money. May see him go for the Galil. No, actually he gets the AK dropped, or maybe he had more money than I thought and I wasn't paying attention. I don't know what's going on. Maybe, oh, he probably already bought armor. That's why he had 39. That makes sense. That makes more sense. I was even confused. I was like, how does he only have 39? That doesn't really add up.
Where's that come from?
Yeah, what's happened there?
So the outside fight's been very interesting on either side because it's kind of been APOC versus Ints in a lot of these rounds. Ooh, huge gap in the smoke. So Sterling, he'll just take an opening shot onto it.
They threw 4 smokes outside and somehow didn't manage to create a wall of smoke.
Needed 5.
I guess they needed the 5th one, yeah. What the hell, man?
They're going to try and apply pressure towards ramp again. Last time around it didn't work wonders for them. Hazard's still here. Takes about 10 damage and he'll drop off because of it.
They have ramp control. But they haven't really taken anything with it. The op from Sterling is here to make sure that no aggression towards Hell can come in. As Ince is still in lobby, now he's going to go group up with the team. They have the utility to take B, right? If you get down there, you have the one smoke. You smoke off the single door. You throw the molly down the control stairs. You take control of the windows. You can get that plant off. Second rotation coming in because of it. APOC's down inside of B. Hazard's worried about the outside play because no one's been able to keep eyes on it. The molly's going to be crucial. It's got to come in here. There it is. That denies the player from opening the double door, so Hazard decides to go forward. He gets one, loses his life. APOC tries to get the trade as he runs through the smoke, and this time Licky is going to get it. Sicko gets caught holding ramp. Didn't need to look at that point in time. Just need to watch that smoke, make sure nobody comes through. But LFO, they find the timings. They find the kills. Yeah, 4 more exactly. Yeah. Quick math. Quick math.
Skip, pop, pop. That'll be the next collab with Big Shaq. Big Shaq X Ben the legend.
Yeah.
But he's right. If they can keep this going, make it to match point.
Yeah, you do need 5 more to win, but like...
Oh, 4 more for match point,
Yeah,
mate.
no, look, you'll take it.
That's all he wants.
You do have to get 4 more before you can get 5 more.
True. He's still right.
Yep.
So Renegades as well. They're not really going to be in a right position to do too much with the firearms they have. It is the Eagles. LFO needs to get through this round quite cleanly. Orp on Sterling. He's going to come outside. Alistair! Oh! He really is a star in moments like this, isn't he?
Oh, and now they're going to run boost him across to grab the op as well. Jump spot, sees the player in CT, gets tagged for his troubles, but he does get across and he does recover the op. So now, LFO, they need to be careful. They can't just walk into these angles anymore. They have to contend with the op of Alistair. And you can see the response, the reaction. They're going to push into Hut. There's 2 players here waiting.
He has on a P250, takes a shot at the foot. There's the peek from Sicko, but he's going to be brought down to 5 HP. So he scurries back into the corner. They're walking back through Hut. And because of the timing towards outside Hats, he was able to push up and hold it. He's got the cover, but he can't quite get the kill. This is getting risky for LFO.
Renegades is playing this very well. They know the space they had created. They're going to split the site. I mean, it's a Glock in heaven, which is unfortunate, I guess, but they do have a lot of map control. It's just going to come down to if they hit these deagle shots or not. The P250 of Liaz, if it finds this headshot onto Savage, Alistair's going to clear it. Crucial miss. Repeeks out. Hats actually finds the shot in the side. Licky's causing damage. He's causing problems. Savage is alive, and he needs to get the second, but he can't. Can they get the bomb down? Ince has it. He's planning it. It is down, and now Hazard coming up the vent. 1 versus 2. Have they spotted him? They have, and Liaz finishes it off. And somehow Renegades on the eco off the back of the 1 deke from Alistair. They recover the op. They cause problems. And LFO, they still had a chance of winning that one. The aggression was good. They just didn't commit to it. They got scared. They got intimidated. And if they had just committed to fighting those players in lobby, everything would have been fine. But as soon as they got tagged once with the deke, they back up. They try to turtle on the site. They don't land the shots. And the round goes the way of the Renegades.
They got hesitant, and it did not work for them. So LFO, 1 round away from going a map down on their home turf. They pick Nuke. They might be letting it slip through their fingertips. It's all over the shop when it comes to the buy. Working with whatever they could. Deagle comes out. Hazard. He'll go straight in. Sterling holds for the swing as well. So Liaz, he's going to go down. Lots of damage distributed. Alistair's only on 11 HP. And the reactive play is to try and get in towards Hut. Sicko, pre-fire on the closed corner. Savage, he's been playing this position a lot, and he's going to stick to his guns and just hold.
And Alistair on just 11 HP. He's going to have some problems. He's throwing the guns away again.
All 3 of them.
He's got them all.
He's going to go back.
Look at that. Oh.
Hang on, hang on. He's like, I'll leave that one there for now. I'm just going to go back and grab the other AK.
Funny guy.
Yeah.
This is a good call from Renegades. They expected that the op would have rotated off, and they were correct. So they get into ramp. But now they didn't take the space once they get contact with the deagle. The flashes, they're not going to blind Sterling, but he's going to miss the shot anyways. He doesn't want to re-peek out. He knows he's in trouble. Hazard needs to escape. Just get down into B, stay alive, cause problems. Your presence will be enough. They're running down into B. Hazard's low. 1 bullet will be all it takes. They find it. Sicko gets the kill. 20 seconds left. No nades left to get this bomb down.
Good deagle shot from APOC. Licky can open the door and swing straight in. Sicko, he battles back, but with just 10 seconds, it's got to come down to the frags more so than anything. They're not going to peek onto him. They'll starve him out for time. 4 seconds, so he can't plant with the door opening. That's the GG coming in there, so they will at least get a 12th round. But you've still got to find 3 more to push this into overtime now.
Yep, you got to find 3 kills. 3 kills. I mean, 3 kills will help, but 3 rounds is what you need. That was a good one to battle back in. It was a cool ramp setup. The op baiting for the deagle. The deagle finds the first kill. Somehow escapes with his life. He got tagged down super low, but he got away. And then you had Sterling on the op covering him. It was a great call. Great setup. Worked exactly as intended. As now we see Renegades push back onto the eco. The hero AK's coming out for Ince and Liaz. 5 smokes, but no flashes. So they're going to, assumingly, at some point, do something with a smoke wall outside. As Alistair, again, we saw just 2 rounds ago with this Deagle, was able to open up the round for his team outside. Instead, it's APOC getting the headshot onto Ince. And that was one of the hero AKs down, now recovered. They pass the AK over to Alistair because he has the armor. And we restart again. They have the smokes, and here it comes.
Prime the smokes, throw them in. And rinse and repeat towards outside once more. Big molly drop from APOC as well, so they can't play close on the wall if they wanted to run through main. But there is a bit of space for it. They're going to wait for it to go out. APOC looking through the gap. If he sees anything, he'll try and make his play. But they bypassed him. They are sending the players down the stairs towards B.
And they've been so quiet. They haven't heard anything. APOC's going to go on the flank. I don't think they're going to be watching for it. It's just so early. On the flank. Oh, they do actually turn around and watch for it. Sicko, aware of it, but crucially, that's the bomb spotted. And Renegades, they have a massive choice to make. Do they commit to B? Do they turn around and go A? They don't have the time. They are going to commit to the B site. Licky finds the kill on the player lurking inside of lobby. And so it is Hazard down inside of B, finds the 2 kills. And it's just Sicko. He has the Deagle. He has no armor. He has 17 seconds. And it doesn't look like they're going to give him anything.
Wet floor hazard sign there for Hazard because they all slip over coming into the bomb site. And they're keeping it close. It's not over till it's over. But you still need to win the next couple of rounds back to back and then get it into overtime. At that point, you have an opportunity to still pick up the win on your map pick. If not, Renegades, if they take but 1 round, we are going to Vertigo with them 1 up in the series.
And winning LFO's map pick, if that is the case.
It felt like the LFO boys were looking a little bit jittery in some of these rounds as well.
Yeah.
Like the crosshairs were really crisp first few rounds. And then at times it felt like there was a couple of inconsistencies. So hopefully the mental game not getting to them too much. We are back into the action. 15-13. Warp in the hands of Alistair. He was wielding the Deagle like a sniper. So with a real bolt action coming out, let's see what he can achieve.
And I did just check as well. I was right about it. I remember them playing Vertigo in Pro League. In the last 6 months, LFO has a 76.9% win rate on Vertigo.
Ooh.
It's statistically their best map. So if this goes Vertigo, it's by no means secured for Renegades.
Ooh.
As Sterling secures 2. Bomb trying to push into hell. They haven't been able to find him. Sicko and Alistair answer back, and Hazard going aggressive. That is a huge mistake. Stay inside of the B bomb site. He re-pushes. He drops to Alistair, and the odds are all evened up. Ince is lurked out. He's close here by the door. There's 2 CTs right on the other side of the smoke. He finds the first, sees the second, can't land the headshot. Licky wins out. 2 versus 2. Bomb is going down on the B site.
1 man in the vent. 1 on the long rotate. Coming round towards the ramp, Alistair. He's got to pick his poison. And he will hold, ready for the ramp assault. That's APOC that's there. If he walks into this, Alistair's ready for the aggression. He's actually just going to swing straight onto him. Lines up the headshot and now knows exactly where Licky is in the 1v2. They can play together and Sicko will shut it down. 16-13. Nuke is taken by Renegades.
And the very last round there, the problem was for the side of LFO. Sterling gets the 2 opening picks. They try to rush him hell. Bomb is down. He can't get away, right? He's stuck. If he tries to wide swing, yeah, they're there. They're waiting for him. Sicko eventually pushes and gets the trade, right? It's like, okay, fine. You're still 4 versus 3. But then Hazard inside of the B site. He dropped down from ramp. He had B under control.